Hello and welcome back to my Island Sanctuary in patch 6.5 on my alt, so that I don't use my mains cowries because we're going to need a lot of them for some of the new rewards later on in the higher ranks, I have a feeling. So we're going to be looking at some housing related items this time from the cowrie exchange. My character currently, this alt is like rank 13 again. I will reiterate what I said last time. I'm not really sure at what level these will become available. So again, apologies for that, but I don't have a brand new character coming into Island Sanctuary to access the vendor. But you should have access to these even at, you know, way below, well, at rank 13, maybe a bit lower. On this, you'll see that on the furnishing section, for 1,000 cowries each, there's two brand new housing items. We've got a Flower-Wreathed Gazebo, which is a charming and romantic pavilion for all those without allergies. And we've also got a Faerie Pendant wall light, which is an indoors item, which says no pixies were harmed in the making of these whimsical floral lights, and thus none will be lurking in wait to exact revenge during your next visit to Ilmeg. So, for this, anyway. So let's buy both of those things. I think the first thing to look at is definitely the gazebo. That's the thing that's very anticipated, or at least the something that I want to look at. The thing I will say about this is that a lot of people have been buying these off of the market board for lots and lots and lots of gil. These only cost 1,000 calories in the Island Sanctuary, so not trying to tell you how to spend your money, but of course, if you want to save some, the gazebo is just 1,000 calories. You don't have to worry too much about stuff like that. Let me go get some island prisms. Okay, now I picked up some island prisms. I totally forgot that was the actual currency to place things down and register them. Let's put the new housing item somewhere here, somewhere nice and open that we can look at. I need to upgrade all of this stuff on my alt, but that's fine for now for demonstration purposes. So this is the gazebo, what it looks like. If you're wondering about its size, it's quite big, actually. It's not as small as I expected it to be. It is a nice sized item and does have that lovely domed roof, as you can see. So it's got this really nice wood texture effect, sort of like a lightning rod on the top there. Got these beautiful flowers, which aren't too pixelated. They're quite nice. They're quite densely packed. Some of them, the 2D sort of sprites of some of the flowers are a little bit at weird angles because it's curved around. And then we have planters on the side of this as well. Of course, this means you could make any number of things, like a bandstand perhaps. You could make your own raised platform and put that underneath here. It's going to look pretty good all in all. It doesn't seem to have any lighting or anything like that. Sometimes you have lanterns or things like that, but it is quite nice. I do like this, and it's a big enough space without being too big or too small. So this should look good in a large plot, or of course on your island sanctuary, which is where we're showing it here. In terms of furnishing colors then, since we can look at this directly, I believe the main color that's going to change, is just the roof. So none of this interior other than the inside of the roof above where my character is that you can barely see actually changes color as well. So it's just really the roof that's going to change in color, if you were wondering, and looks pretty good. It's got this kind of like scuffed effect that kind of gives me like driftwood or a slightly unpainted texture, as if it needs a good coat of paint, like some seaside sort of area. I don't know how else to describe it. It's obviously going to look better in sort of wood brown colors to go with the wood, but of course you can go as bright as you want and you're not going to be punished by it, unless your eyes are punished by how bright some of those colors are. But yeah, honestly looks quite nice. A nice addition to the island, or wherever you choose to place it. I definitely want to get this on my main character. Everything has collision detection, including the roof, as far as I know. We'll just double check that as well. Yes, it does. So if you wanted to build like a jumping structure, or I don't know, glitch this into something, have stairs or a platform above it, you totally could. And that includes the flowers on the side as well. Those are also collision detected. So let's go over to my house then, and we'll look at the other item. All right, here we are inside the FC house. Nice, simple place to look at things. Let's pop this new Faerie Pendant wall light on the wall, which we actually need to remove a couple of bits. Let's just do that. There we go. Bish bash bosh. Wow, that's really nice. That is really nice. I wasn't sure how this one was going to look, but that is quite impressive. So we've got this kind of like fairy display thing going on with the not only the luminescence from the petals, but also from the sort of particle effect. That's what I was looking for. Particle effect. In low light sort of situations, that's going to pop even more. So let's turn the lights down. Wow, look at that. That looks awesome. So if you're looking for something to go with your fairy sort of display, maybe going for a nature look, we've got the flower carpet, we've got all sorts of things, partitions, things like that. You could really bring nature to life and make it look more than just having normal lighting. The lighting that it produces is soft, doesn't really go that far, but if you're wanting to illuminate just a certain area, that's definitely going to be very cool. I don't think we can dye this. I didn't see before I clicked on this. Oh no, we can change the color of this. That's very surprising. I didn't expect that. I should have looked at the dot before we clicked on it. But of course, that means that we can effectively change the color of the glow, or at least the item that is glowing. And undyed, it's this nice sort of rose pink, but you don't get a lot of the detailing. But the other sort of colors, the darker colors, you see the stamen of the actual flowers themselves, and you also see the light in a whole different way. It shows you how dim that really is, and with like a black color there, obviously fading it down even further. This is really cool. I really like that. And if you wanted to go for that sort of like blood lily look, you could go that direction, or bright pink. My goodness, some of these colors look fantastic. This is probably one of the best dye palette options that I've seen for a housing item with glowing bits on it. I can imagine this is going to be quite sought after. Again, only 1,000 calories, Seafarer calories from your island sanctuary. An absolute steal. So I wouldn't bother going to the market board and trying to buy this. Yeah, I quite like the orange color that we were looking at the moment, but look at that. So if you've always wanted like different colored lights, fairy lights, very literally fairy lights. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? The blue. Wow. And it kind of, stuff like turquoise is so bright that it's just going to wash out the extra detailing. But yeah, that's cool. That's really cool, isn't it? You can go with soft pink lights, look. Yeah, that's really cool. That gives that's like top marks from me. So often you have like glowy items, and usually the bit that would be dyed is like the branches behind here, the vines, I should say. I really like that. Very cool stuff. Yeah, they've done a good job there. So yeah, those are the two new items, at least that I have access to at the moment, at the start at rank 13. I'm not sure what other rank, you would need to be if you can get these from the start, but I think most people are probably at that rank. Anyway, let me know what you think of these items. More videos on the way covering 6.5 in its entirety, all sorts of things, items, minions, mounts, collectibles, you name it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.